Hi Roshan,
Hi man,
how are you?
I'm fine. What about you?
Yes, I'm fine. I have been very excited about talking more on butterfly effect.
Sure.
So I had few questions to start off with. You said, one butterfly flaps its wing on one side of the earth and it causes a cyclone on the other, right? So my question is, there are many butterflies. Why is it not like contributing to a cyclone every other second? Since it's not happening, my question is, anyways, it's a hypothesis, but still, it does not make sense.
Okay, I have a very simple answer for this.
Okay, let me hear that.
So and to say it properly, I have an alternate theory for this.
So you're talking like it's like an alternative effect.
Yes, alternate effect. That's a good name.
Okay.
The butterfly effect in one end of the world can be neutralized by the same butterfly effect in the other corner of the world. So these both can neutralize each other's effect, and there is possibility that nothing can happen.
Okay, so you're saying like a collection of butterflies can negate each other's effect.
It's not like negating; it's like compensating
Compensating.
to put in a proper word.
So let's move from the metaphorical sense to the direct implication of this.
Yes.
For example, we spoke about pollution in our last video.
Yes.
Let's talk about the same concept.
Yeah. Sure.
So there are individuals who are contributing to this
Yes.
pollution all over the world. How does this come into the context of alternative effect?
Yeah. So you accept that many people contribute to the pollution, and you be aware of these terms that some people work against these pollution, right?
Mm.
For for example, take it like conservation of environment, pollution, like
Okay.
grading pollution.
Okay.
So this is the alternate for pollution.
Okay, so there is like an opposite force working against this destruction.
That is a famous law associated with this Newton's third law of motion. We're aware of it, right?
Newton's third law says every action has an equal and opposite reaction.
That's the same thing which we could relate it here.
So destruction has an effect, the construction has an effect.
Yes.
So both come together. So it kind of
Compensates each other.
yes. So then it can be applicable to the alternate effect that we're talking about.
Yes.
Okay. So moving on to my next question, which is how is this alternative effect, that constructive part in the alternative effect that we spoke about?
Yes.
How is this applicable in the modern times, or is it happening?
Okay, let's take in that case plastics.
Because I don't see anything happening in India.
Do you think
Yeah,
there are many things which are happening in India?
Okay.
So, okay, let's take in case of plastics.
Okay.
So, in India, the use of plastics is more.
Yes.
But there are still many programs for reusing the plastics. I would like to take an example of this government's initiative to use plastic for laying roads. You are aware of that in 2015 a GO has been passed by Indian government which mandates use of plastic in use or manufacture or direct use in bitumen roads.
Oh, I'm finding it very hard to believe this because these kind of programs can be applicable to European countries or Western countries very easily because there the system is kind of easy. When the same thing happens in our country, especially a country of over a billion population, like how does this happen? How the application is done on a more general way? Is there any success? That's what I mean to ask.
It is a success because the initiative for this has been seeded right in 2002 and it has become fruitful only in 2015.
Okay. So it's a very slow process, but it's a very ongoing, steady process.
It's a steady process.
Okay.
So in this way, it has been made possible and fruitful.
Okay. So, so I think from this we can understand like this construction and this destruction goes hand in hand.
Yes.
But the people who are responsible who take up this duty of constructing things back, they have an enormous task ahead of them.
Yes.
An enormous task. So let's speak about our country. In our country itself, if we the youth, take up this initiative, take up this responsibility of doing it, right? So, do you think it will work? Do you think it can give us a new perspective altogether?
I don't have doubt that whether it works or not because I'm damn sure that it works. But it takes its own sweet time. And there is a famous saying and there is a famous universal truth that everyone would be aware of, right? It is easy to destruct anything,
Yeah.
but it's very tough to construct.
Okay.
So answer is this, simply.
Okay, so I think it is more difficult to, as he said, it's more difficult to like build something up, and that's the behemoth task in front of us. So each one of us, how can we contribute in our own ways? That is what we want to know. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.